Good morning. Good morning. It's been a while doing a Facebook Live. And this is, this is a morning time. And, well, of course it is. Mom. Hello, this is Pat Hedrick, my mother. And I came over to this morning after my run and I said, I really would like to do a Facebook Live because there was something that I learned today. I've heard it before, but it really clicked today. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to share it with you because I think you can relate to this too. Yeah. So let me give a little bit of background. This is for those who have a tendency to want to learn, but hesitate to be in action. So this is for those who, yes, love the learning, but have that fear of being in action about what you're learning, and we put it off. And so what I was listening to this morning, when I was on my run, I was listening and I never really thought about this. How our educational system, when you think about when we go to school and we are taught different topics, math, English, and all of that, and we learn these concepts. And then we're what? We have a book, and then we go, we have to study that book, and then we're asked to take a test on it. And they'll say, did you learn that? And we think we learned it by memorizing it, or we think we learned it by taking a test on it and having some kind of a passing grade. And then we've had, 12 years of that, plus some that we've went on for further education. We have 12, we have 16, maybe even more years of educating like that. So then we get out here in life and we try to improve and grow and be successful in life. And we're applying that same paradigm to what we've had all those years and we've not known. I've not known. And so it was just like, oh my goodness, this is not true learning in the way of growing and actually implementing. Why is there so much frustration with not implementing something? And we think, well, I know that. Don't I know that just from learning, just from reading, just from memorizing? I don't know. Before I go on, is there anything that you can identify with what I just said? Can you resonate with that, Mother? Can you resonate with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those are good thoughts, Tonya.
Yeah, I think so too. And I was thinking about too, as I was thinking about, Jesus. There were several times Jesus and his disciples told folks to rise up and walk. Mm-hmm. They had their reasons, they had their excuses as to why they were in the position that they were in, and he just simply said, "Rise up and walk. Let's take some action. Let's do something here." And so, what this presenter was talking about was, we don't. How do you say it? If you're going to build a new paradigm, if you're going to be in action about something new, action is the key. You've got to start taking steps toward it. So when you're learning something, he said you want to be emotionally involved with it. You want your heart involved with it. And you want to begin to take action and take that first step. And guys, it doesn't have to be a huge step. And this has been another fault of mine. I've thought that the step had to be huge. I thought the step had to be so big, like I couldn't step out until I had this mastered.
Yeah, I have felt that too.
Have you?
Yeah.
I wonder where. I'm not going to blame you. Sort of say, I wonder where I got that from. But I'm not going to blame you. But we don't have to master it, guys. Learning and growing comes by learning that one step that your heart engages in, and you say, oh my goodness, I want to do that. I want to take that step. And you take that step. You get your heart involved. You start taking that step, and then you will get feedback as to if you're learning this skill or not. I'm trying to think, I'm trying to think of an example for me. And if you would, maybe think of an example for you, if you think of one.
Okay.
If I don't, and did I put you on the spot, Mom? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Put her on the spot.
Yeah, she's sorry.
Yeah.
She's real sorry. She's burdened with grief.
It's just the world. We have the world out here. That's all. So one of the skills that I have noticed as of today that I have been putting off is the skill of goal setting and the skill of really being in action with putting the priorities. There has been such a fear and a holdback that I don't have enough knowledge about how to do that. So I'm not I dabble a little bit, but I have not been taking full action. Mm-hmm. So what is that going to mean to me as a business owner? How far and how successful do you think I will be if I do not start incorporating getting clear on priorities and putting them in my schedule to where they're actually getting knocked out, to where I actually have goals? Do I see things in my heart? Most definitely. Do I truly believe that there are things in this seed of mine that He has already created for me to be expressed? Most definitely. But do you think they're going to come to pass if I do not give voice to that, if I do not set that out there? Mm-hmm. And I don't believe that that it will. Mm-hmm. And so for some reason I've been afraid and holding back on setting those goals. And what I learned this morning is I don't want to take the old school model of learning. Tonya, learn. Who's going to give me the test? Nobody's going to give me the test. The test is my life, right? The test is my life. And so for me to pass the test, it requires being in action. So I make a commitment to you, Mom, and I make a commitment to everyone here that I don't think I'll have a lunch break today, so it won't be on my lunch break. But this evening, even if it's 15 minutes, guys, it may not be 2 hours for me, but even if it's 15 minutes, I want to take action on establishing some goals with my business. I'm going to break that barrier. I'm going to break through that comfort zone, or just that trained conditioning that says education comes with learning. Wait till you get it mastered. Take whatever exam. Nobody's going to give us an exam, guys. Life is giving us an exam and saying, are we going to put this into action? Are we going to put this into action? Is there anything that you think of, that you can think of, that you think you have to learn before you step out and do?
Yeah, the book I told you I wanted to read on blessing. Uh-huh. I'm not sure what's the whole name of the blessing.
Okay.
I read the whole thing through.
Okay.
But I didn't take notes because I just get so tired of taking notes.
My mom is a huge note taker. There's notes everywhere. I was looking, but anyway, I wonder where I got that from too. I don't know.
But I said, okay, I'm going to read it again. This time I'm going to take notes. Mm-hmm. Well, I read the introduction and the preface or something like those two things like that, and then the first 3 chapters.
Speak up a little bit.
And the chapters were very small, but I read them and I took notes, and just on those few pages I had a whole sheet of 8.5 by 11.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you.
I know. I had that whole page. And then I tried to remember what it was, because I was trying to remember, and I can't remember even what I've written down. So
can I use that as an example?
Yeah.
Is it so when we're learning something new, or there's something we want to implement in our life? My suggestion, I'm not coaching, Mom, but if I was if we were coaching, if I was coaching you to a higher way in the way that you were doing this, which I'm preaching to myself too, guys, then I would say pick one of those sections or one of those chapters, because they're really, really short. They're a page or two. Pick one that you really want to implement in your life.
Okay.
Forget about the rest. Pick one, and then see something there that you can take action on.
Okay.
And then take action on that and let that cultivate in your heart, and then you'll know when to move on to another one. I think sometimes we think completion is moving through a whole book. I've been guilty of that too. And so, but it's taking that one thing and chewing on that, integrating it. So that's your homework assignment. I'm going to give my mom a coaching assignment here.
Okay.
But yes,
I will.
take that one thing. And do you even hear the strength in your voice?
It's different.
It is different. And the freedom that comes from saying, oh my goodness, I've been thinking in a wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mom, we both have. And so I'm hoping that both of us will take a step today in saying, you know what, let's break that pattern
I like that.
of the conditioning of how education has taught us to learn, and then they test us. Well, like I said, and this is, I hadn't really thought about this, but no one is giving us a test, but we have life giving us a test. Have we learned this? Have we implemented this? We know a lot. And I could go on and on and on, but I've got to get ready for work. So, but it felt good it felt good to reach out to you guys. I missed these Facebook Lives. Maybe I need to come back. Rochelle said, I took that first step by moving forward with my books. Yes, you did. Yes, you absolutely did. And now I'm launching an aging skincare line, I believe. Let me see more. Let me see. I believe we should push ourselves to continue to reinvent our lives and set new goals. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. Rochelle, that is so good. And you did. You stepped out. I remember when you stepped out and you took that first step. And now, yes, now that has branched off into another area. And God just wants to keep expanding and expanding and expanding through our lives. God, guys, He has so much for us to live and be able to give and make a very positive influence in this world. And it starts by being in action. It really does.
That.
I'm going to close with this one statement that I heard. The ratio, guys, is learn something, be in action about it. Learn something, be in action about it. My history has been learn, tippy-toe into action, come back, learn. And now we wonder why I have 20 years of intellectual property all in my storehouse. Well, that is changing. But the ratio to be in movement, the ratio to get feedback on how we're doing, are we learning this, is learn, take action. Learn, take action. For me, that means, Tonya, you've learned enough about goal setting. Be in action about doing it. Guys, I commit to at least 15 minutes today. Hey, Pastor Andy, it's good to see you. Pastor Andy said hello. To be in action. Make it a great day, everyone, and we will see you again soon. Bye-bye, all.